Cafe Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1804. 1804. And I am Mike Matthews, broadcasting
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Another show from here. Podcastro Valley is so nice, it's clear. Right now, there's no clouds. It's nice weather. So come on down to Podcastro Valley. We like it here at our town. We got lots of people here, though. It's gotten
Mike's Daily Podcast.
a little bit cluttered, let's just say. But it's not like Santa Cruz, where
Mike's
I was last weekend.
Daily
Here's what I discovered
Podcast.
about Santa Cruz.
Yeah!
And that is, everybody there has to wear a sweatshirt with a hoodie and reek of the marijuana. That's what it is. That's what and you got to be in a beer place, a place that serves beer, or a brewery, because hops and pots kind of go together. So yeah, there's a lot of that in. Oh yeah, and you got to be really, if you're white, you got to be red, because you're in the sun all the time and your skin is flaking because you burned yourself too much. Watch out for the skin cancer. As a person who grew up in Southern California, my dad had a couple things that had to be taken care of, let's just say. He wore a lot of hats, baseball hats, later in his life. So just be careful with the sun. Although this time of year, we're just now starting to get a little more sun. Did I write the word aliens down? That's not really what I wanted to talk about today. Oh, I wanted to talk about the rides, though, in Santa Cruz. Not the aliens. But they've got these rides at the boardwalk. These spinning rides. I call them washing machine rides. Not a fan, I have to say.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Because Mikey gets sicky with those washing machine rides. Oi! Round and round, like a Scorpion song. No, wait, that was a rat. Round and round, what goes around comes around. Don't like the spinning rides. I like the roller coaster, but not the spinning rides. So what's the topic on today's show? And what's the podcast picture, more importantly? That's a very good question. Perhaps I should have thought of that beforehand. But I didn't. That's not important. Because we're here at Cafe Anyway, and everybody's happy. And Basil's happy, too, as you can see. Look at him attacking my arm yet again. That's good. What else do I have here? I have here... Oh, yes! So, I like to discuss things in this world of health, having good health, of having good... Hopefully a somewhat good money situation. And, you know, that kind of thing. I try to bring these good things to you, these good bits of news. And this is something... So I'm taking the BART a lot more these days. I love it, because I used to drive, not a very long commute, but it could go from 35 minutes to 45 minutes pretty quick. And I was not a fan of... I'm going to put another picture of Capitola up. Why not? Yes, this one was taken... This picture also, I believe, taken by my lovely lady friend, who's not on today's show. She's taking a nap in the room next door here at Cafe Anyway. Shh. But yes, this picture taken in Capitola, there's this interesting river that comes out of the hills. And all these really expensive homes are on this river. And then this river empties out to the beach. However, sometimes when the river's really low, it doesn't go out through the beach to the ocean. It stops. And then what ends up happening is the sand dries out and you can actually walk in front of the river. Well, that's not what's happening now in Capitola. So you can see that picture at MikesDailyPodcast1804Capitola, and also go there as well to help out the show if you'd like, or if you would like to call me, 336-MM Daily. You can also email me, MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. and MikesDailyPodcast.com, which I have to renew the domain name soon so that none of you other people named Mike that do a daily podcast can steal it. I won't take it from my dead, cold fingers, Charlton Heston fingers. So Valentine's Day isn't the only day or reason to celebrate your heart, because this month, February, I don't know if you're still listening to us in February. Today is 222, by the way, 22, and I am wearing a tutu here at Cafe anyway. It's very nice, and I did a little pirouette for you. But February is American Heart Month, and according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, heart disease is currently the leading cause of death. Really? Okay, for both men and women. So here are some suggestions. Eat fewer highly processed foods. Oh, amen to that. That's why I pulled this article right out of whatever paper I ripped it out of. I think, was it the Podcastro Valley paper? Something like that. But yeah, we eat too much stuff that's just not good for us. You know, the processed stuff. Who knows what they put in it to give it a longer shelf life? Who knows how much salt is in that? And are they really telling you all that there is in the ingredients? You don't know. It's just too, choose Whole Foods instead, not the awful supermarket that's overpriced, that smells so nice, that I was in today and got a blended latte. No, choose Whole Foods instead, like vegetables, fruits, legumes. Do you like legume? I've never had a jume. No, it's legume. I know you're speaking French to me, but what is the jume? No, it is like a peanut or peas. That's interesting they say this in this article, because I always thought peas were full of starch. You shouldn't eat them, but whatever. And it also says to eat dairy in this article, which I don't agree with. Dairy is bad, okay? Cows, okay? Beautiful animals. They taste delicious. Let's go outside a cafe anyway. We're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast on Podcastro Valley. But as for the... not a fan. And, of course, I'm lactose intolerant, which that says it all right there. I'm intolerant. I'm an intolerant man. I cannot tolerate the dairy. It's so irksome. And whole grains. Now, I've heard, as I took a fitness class years ago, I remember this somehow going along the lines of grains go into your body, and they somehow are like little brooms that take all the bad waste along with them. This article also says eat more omega-3s. They can help manage blood pressure, reduce the rate of hypertension, and improve mood. Boost your levels by eating at least 2 servings of fish a week. Yeah, like that's going to happen. No, fish is good. It's too friggin' expensive, but it's good. And not the fried fish, of course. And add walnuts and flax seeds to your diet. Now, I used to do that. I made my own concoction. I called it a granola. But like a baked granola. It was kind of like a cookie with, like, I used wheat flour. It was kind of breadish. I don't know. Flax seeds, had walnuts. It had whole wheat flour. It had... I tried to sweeten it with things like maple syrup, which, that's processed too, but I tried to make it yummy. I think I threw some chocolate chips in there. That's processed and bad for you, but flax seeds. Those are supposed to be really good for your heart. And walnuts, so get those walnuts. And then pile on the veggies, it says here. They include vitamins A and C, potassium, folate, magnesium, vegetables. They're low in calories and can reduce the risk of diabetes and respiratory disease. And I don't know if you know this or not, but everybody you know has diabetes. It's gotten so bad. Increase fiber intake. Getting more fiber can help reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and many cancers. To get the recommended daily dose of 21 to 38 grams of fiber, increase your intake of whole grains. So that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Eat less meat. Yes. We eat so much meat in America. We are meat crazy. It's all about the steak. Oh, I gotta eat a big steak. Oh, I gotta eat a big burger. But it says eat more vegetable meals using beans. Yeah, so reduce the meat and increase the vegetables. That's true. I've heard that. You'll naturally eat less saturated fat if you decrease the meat, too, increasing heart health and lowering risk of some cancers. And swap one beverage a day for water. And I'm sounding so John Tesh here. I apologize, but God, I hate John Tesh. Connie Selica. Delilah, I'm okay with. She actually gives, my lovely lady friend, who's a therapist, actually agrees with some of what Delilah has said. I didn't know this, but Delilah's son committed suicide. This is what I heard the other day. That's very sad. Maybe we can talk about that whole issue at another time. But yeah, swap one beverage a day for water. Calories from sugary beverages can lead to obesity and harm heart health. If you're not a fan of plain water, jazz up your H2O with lemon or cucumber. I was at Trader Joe's the other day, and they had a thing of, what was in it? It was water with a bunch of slices of orange in it. It was so good. Okay, I was going to get into this whole thing about 10 ways the 10 health benefits of relaxation. Perhaps we'll get to that next time. So, hey, what did all this have to do with money? Well, instead of spending your money on stupid things from the supermarket that's processed, the money should go into the high return products like avocado. Well, avocado more in the spring and summer when the price of avocado goes down. But they're like walnuts, whole grains, fruit, everything that I was talking about. Spend the money on that, not on the crap, not on the burgers. And the sad thing is fast food is sometimes way cheaper. Although I don't really see that anymore. I'm seeing like Burger King charging as much for a burger as the overpriced burger places. So I think you should just spend the money on the healthy thing. That's my money/health tip for you today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, you know what else is going to be enjoyable is talking to this person right here.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. That was really helpful and insightful.
You're welcome. Look who else is here. Hello, Mike. This is Floyd the Floorman.
And this is John Deere, the engineer. I was on the last podcast. Mike, I'm afraid that Floyd might have woken up your lovely lady friend. Mm-hmm.
That's right. He did. How dare you? Hey, I still haven't gotten to... Oh, I did get the podcast picture. Okay, very good. MikesDailyPodcast.com, the wonderful website to check out, and all the places that you can find this show. We are very socially media savvy, so check out all the places through MikesDailyPodcast.com. Have a great weekend. Oh, hopefully we will have another Mike's Daily Podcast for you tomorrow, since it would be a daily podcast. We'll try and hopefully succeed, as you will in life with your healthy lifestyle and smart monetarily living lifestyle. There we go. I think I got all those thoughts out of my head. Okay. Thank you for listening to FF episode 1804, live from Podcastro Valley.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!